Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Irish Spaghetti Podcast. Nick, how are you? I didn't introduce us, did I?
Yeah, I thought there was going to be more than
No,
that.
okay, wait, can I get a redo?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Fuck it.
you ready? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Irish Spaghetti Podcast. Holy fuck. Wait, let me get one more redo. I'm sorry.
We leave it all in, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so
this
should we do this
podcast
again?
is 100% authentic.
Okay, you know what?
We leave it in.
Third time's a charm.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Irish Spaghetti Podcast. We're your hosts, Billy G, Nicky P. Nick, how are you?
Never better in all my days.
Right on, brother. Episode 6, Pick Up Sticks, baby. How are you?
Oh,
Good
man.
stuff, man. We
Always
are glad to be here.
Always a pleasure, never a chore.
Not at all, man. We love this.
Do you mind if we pop in?
Yeah.
Jim Jeffries had a great bit about that. I'll have to show you that at some point.
Jim Jeffries.
Yeah.
Australia.
Back when he was the man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, he turned around, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he cussed himself out.
Why?
He's still a smart fucking guy, though.
Sure.
I still enjoy him.
I still love Bill Maher.
He's funny. That's a funny bastard.
I can tell you this. I think some of those guys that
Bill
go...
Maher's smugness is profoundly disgusting to me.
I
Do you?
love it. Yeah, why not? He deserves to be. That guy...
No one deserves to be that.
That high-functioning brain dude, I can tell you
He's
this right now.
smart, but he's not like fucking beyond any intelligence I've ever encountered before.
Well,
There's a lot of smarter people than him.
I like when he does this, like when he talks to his guys, he goes, well, I guess we're going to have to, and he goes, and looks into the
Dude,
camera.
that smug asshole, man. Every time he goes on someone else's podcast as like a normal person, he just pisses them off the entire time. He argued with Bill Burr. He argued with Joe Rogan. Like every time he gets on like any regular person's podcast, they hate his guts.
But you know what? Look who he's arguing with. And now I'm not saying you can't just be a little
He's
bitch
supposed
and go
to
in
be
there
a comic,
arguing. You know
too.
what I mean? Yeah. But look, well, I mean, Bill Burr went the other way.
Yeah, but that doesn't
Well,
exonerate Bill Maher.
What were they arguing about? Just out
I
of
don't remember. He's
curiosity.
just being a douche, and then Bill Burr was just like, "You're an asshole," basically. Like it got tense.
Holy
there was,
shit,
there was-
really?
I don't think he cursed him, but there was genuine tension in the interview. Like it was awkward and uncomfortable.
I can tell you this right now. Now,
Why do they keep having him on?
Now that's two guys that, well, Bill Burr's always been like the liberal.
Which
you know,
Bill is the better Bill?
Yeah, Bill Burr. I don't like Bill Burr anymore. I don't like Bill Burr at all anymore.
Right.
And now this is, here it is. You just said it. He's still a very smart guy. Bill Burr's sharp as
His
a
last
whip.
special was hilarious.
I think
He did.
I think the bending the knee thing. And
Yeah.
now, dude,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be like this. Like, I don't want everything to be so politically driven and motivated, but I could tell you this, that his stand-up changed a lot since like
Ever since he
his
got
first.
married.
Yes. So it's not just that.
She watered him
Yeah.
right the fuck down.
Because there's things where I could put on blinders and I could just not like the person for not liking the person. But I'm telling you, the quality of the stand-up changed. So I feel
no doubt.
strongly about that it's not just me looking at the guy like, I don't like the way he acts anymore. So, everything sucks. He is a genius
because we
at
grew up
comedy.
with the guy.
Yeah.
We've been listening to him for 20 years. We got a sense of who
Yeah.
he is. And
I
you can
know
tell,
the difference.
Well, you
Yeah.
can tell that he's repressing and altering his own personality in order to like do this for these people, more or less.
Well,
It's
yeah.
not his natural state.
I noticed that
And we're just aware.
I noticed that he takes this really safe approach. He says things that are okay today. He'll talk about how horrible white women are, how awful this is, Republican this, Trump this, and then he'll slip in one of his real jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like, hey, I'm cool with you all.
Yeah.
Here's a joke about you, but you heard me, ration on everybody.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, he's
bobbing and weaving.
Dude, make fun of Trump. Make fun of white people. Just, dude, don't do it under the guise of, because I want to say this. How about start with that crazy shit and then get to that? I'm just saying, it's like, dude, don't do one just to be able to do the other.
Right.
You say,
Well,
even if
everyone's
you get
playing these
pushback.
social games now. It's
Yes.
exhausting. You have to
Yeah.
qualify and quantify every single thing
Yeah.
that comes at any passing thought. You just want to shoot the shit a little bit. You got to sit there and go, well, is it accurate? And who's going to get mad at that?
Yep.
Maybe I should have structured it this way. It's such a colossal waste of mental energy.
Well, you have to give this. You have to give this safe, disclaimer. Like, if you're, you don't want to say something about gay people, you go, hey, listen, I love gay people. I'm with marriage. I'm with gay marriage. It's kind of like the white guys at the Obama. Like, I used to hate people that used to just like, hey,
I'll suck a dick right now just so I can tell you this joke.
Yeah, I voted for Obama. Hey, man, I'm cool. And then even going further back, remember kids used to, like, God forbid they get in trouble or anything. Kids used to go, hey, my grandmother's black. Listen, Donald, no, she isn't. You know, Ronnie, no, she's not. You know,
for starters.
Exactly, you're a liar. You know, all that, dude. I used to. So many kids used to say that, dude. My grandmother's black. Really? Let me see a picture of her.
Interesting.
No, she isn't. Okay, her name is Connie. She's not.
Judging by the way you dribble that basketball.
Exactly. Forget it, kid.
No, you talentless fucking act.
Even if you are dribbling a basketball, you're wearing New Balance shoes. I don't think your grandmother was black. You're lying. This is not
Everyone
fair.
had a black grandma back
Yeah, dude. Everybody wanted to play it safe, dude. You know.
What do we got lined up for today?
Nick, we got a couple stories.
We got a couple of stories. The
I
world
like,
has been not so quiet.
Yeah, I like busy news weeks. I like when things are happening. You know what I mean? How about this, man? Houston. You know, Texas, who loves their guns, who's built on guns. I like Texas law. I like the eye for an eye thing. You know, yeah. I like that people are able to protect themselves.
I like that they still dress up like fucking cowboys, like they're at an 8-year-old's birthday party.
Yeah. Oh, dude, like they're fucking Yosemite Sam.
Cut it out. Stop with the fucking hats and the boots. Enough is enough already. I don't even want to get started. I hate this cowboy shit.
Your huge fucking gold belt buckle.
Yeah. Yes. Listen to the spittoon sound.
I don't care what year it is. I don't.
Dude, they're clowns. It's ridiculous. It's make believe.
Yeah. I don't care if you just entered a tavern with like swinging doors and somebody just challenged you to a shootout and the fucking, you know, right under the fucking bell that's gonna swing. Yeah. Assless chaps will never be okay.
Dude, they're ridiculous.
They'll never be. And then that big walk. Dude,
they literally adopted a persona like a fucking child, and they live their lives in this this make-believe land of being a cowboy that doesn't exist anymore.
Well, kids dress up as a Halloween costume.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's strange. That's really strange.
They're so stupid.
Stupid
They're fucking
Cowboys.
Stupid, man. I can't stand the Cowboys that think that they're really Cowboys, which is fine. I hate them so much that I actually looked up their whole history.
Yeah.
And did you know, like, during Cowboy times, none of them really wore what we consider the cowboy hat. Like fucking ranch hands and stuff would wear them, sure. But like cowboys in the sense that like people think of them as, you know, like the ones that are like the in a fucking gang basically, like cowboys. Like what you see on TV and shit.
Like,
they wore like bowler hats like from England. They like Charlie Chaplin hats and shit.
I love those.
But that's what 99% of cowboys wore. So literally,
like handlebar mustaches.
So now you have all of Texas, the whole fucking place. All of Texas is literally emulating Hollywood's depiction of a cowboy. It's like make believe on top of make believe.
Yeah, yeah.
And they all just walk around going, "How do you do, ma'am? What do you do?"
And I think those were
they didn't do that shit. They didn't do it. They didn't even do that shit in real life. It's a fucking make-believe town. I've had it. Dude, I used to work at the South Point and they would host the rodeo every year. Fuck you, South Point, by the way. This is a real piece of shit. Yeah. Dude, these rodeo animals, man, they would get drunk and sexually harass all the cocktail waitresses and black out and start fights with people for no reason because they're cowboys. Everything's bigger in Texas. Skiddly-doo. Fucking bunch of assholes. But, I remember one time I was doing blackjack and it was a pitch game, so you like pitch the cards to people. So I'm standing there, you know, C1, C2, C3, blah blah. And there's this giant Texas asshole here on C1, and he's talking to me. And so how I was raised, when you are being spoken to, you look someone in the eye to acknowledge them, to show them respect that you're paying attention, right?
Yeah.
So he's talking to me, and as I'm doing, I would turn and look at him and look in his eyes while he was talking to me. Apparently, this is something that the Cowboys and Texas people do in general. I call them imagined slights.
Yeah.
Where they think they're being disrespected all the fucking time over nothing because they just want to be violent assholes. He looks at me and he goes, "You better stop giving me that stink eye, boy, before we have a problem." And I looked at him and I'm like, exactly what I just said. Where I come from, I was raised that it's respectful to look at someone in their eyes when they're speaking to you. That's a sign of respect. I'm not trying to upset you. And he did the whole, like, you know, you might as well have been chewing a piece of fucking wheat.
Yeah.
He gave me the eye roll. Yeah, well, I'm just saying, boy, with the eyes. And he started talking his stupid ass.
Yeah. Hey, let me guess, when he said that,
dude,
the piano like stopped playing. It like stopped playing, and like you heard like a glass drop, and then you heard the bartender go, "Now we don't want no problems, here."
Just polishing the same shot glass for 45 minutes
He
straight.
said, "Don't give me the stink eye."
But this discussion,
did you think you were a cheating varmint and flipped the
somehow
table?
Me looking at him while he was talking to me is disrespect. They think that everything is disrespectful. These are the same people like, oh my God, there was this one guy walking around, this Mexican dude, cool, just regular cool ass dude, right?
Yeah.
So now again, the rodeo's in town, so there's 8,000 cowboys walking around. They're one big group. You know, they stay with their own and all that shit.
Yeah.
And he got into an argument with this asshole rodeo guy, and that guy was being a drunk prick.
Yeah.
He was in the wrong, right? And so like he was harassing one of the dealers, like talking shit to her, and she started crying. And you know, like the big gamblers, whatever, they suck their balls, basically, let them do whatever they want. So rodeo asshole, this guy, he's talking shit to the dealer. She starts crying. She gets emotional. The gentleman on the game next to him, because our pit bosses wouldn't say anything because they're cowards and they're bums. Yeah. They wouldn't say shit. So the guy at the table next to us goes, "Hey man, like that's how you talk to a lady? Like who raised you, basically? Sure. You know what I mean?" Yeah. Dude, he starts yelling at this fucking Mexican guy who is 100% in the right and just defending this nice young lady, all this southern hospitality and sweet tea and all this bullshit. This is how they treat fucking women who's just doing her job, right? He's like, mother, you better shut your fucking mouth. He's like, you sure you want to get into a fight with all these hats walking around? Oh, you're a big man. Everything's bigger in Texas. This guy, by himself, outnumbered 1,000 to 1, had the balls to stand up to you and check your shitty attitude, and your response is to get mad at him and then threaten to jump him? Oh, you're all so fucking badass. What a bunch of big men they are. You won't even fight the fucking guy one-on-one. Bunch of rodeo douchebags, man.
And let me tell you this. He told me the end of this
story. And roping is disgusing.
Yeah. He told me the end of this story. It turned out that Mexican dude was running with the Dominguez gang.
The Dominguez
gang.
And
they were like stole cattle and stuff. So he didn't know he had a problem. He was wanted all across Nebraska and Arkansas and shit. You should have brought him in.
For this in the future, I'm sure, but they're
no, you hate cowboys.
Dude, they're a bunch because of their behavior. Dude, I've never seen anything like this before.
Hey man, you know I was
cocktail waitresses that were friends of mine would literally like leave work and go home because they would get sexually harassed. So like they would grab their asses and like one guy got up and stuck his tongue down one of the girls' throats. Absolute fucking animals. They're despicable human beings.
He stuck his tongue down her
throat? Dude, I'm telling you, you have no idea. I remember like one time, again, another blackjack situation. This girl's pregnant, right? I forgot her name. She was a foreign girl from the Ukraine or some nice lady. And again, asshole cowboy guys, blackout drunks. They think that getting pissed blackout drunk is like some kind of like manly rite of passage. Where it's like, no, you're just being an asshole in public. Yeah. You're just an uncomfortable douche. So he's blackout drunk. He's a big player. So of course, again, pit bosses let him do whatever they want. The girl's pregnant. She's doing blackjack. He starts talking shit to her because he's losing, right? He goes, I hope both you and your baby fucking die. And he slaps his chips across the table. They bounce off of her, fly into the pit. She gets mad. She starts crying, and she basically checked him like, where are your manners? My bosses pulled her off the game, reprimanded her. She almost got written up and sent home. They put her on a different game, gave him a new dealer, got on their hands and knees, picked his chips up, handed them back to him, and apologized to him. This is the bit. That's why I don't want to work in that fucking business anymore. No. And she walked off base. She was crying, man. This pregnant woman getting harassed by this fucking the real men of Texas. Bunch of assholes. That, and then also I didn't realize how absolutely despicable that roping and the rodeo is. So again, I'm on a sit-down blackjack game. This is when we're at a graveyard, so I'm working, like all night until like 11 o'clock in the morning. There's no one there, right? It's like 4 in the fucking morning. Yeah. Sitting on this dead blackjack game, waiting for someone to play. Across from me is the TV by the bar. Of course, they're playing the rodeo. We host the rodeo. Yeah. I've never watched it before. Okay. So it's the roping segment, ladies and gentlemen. These fucking low IQ goddamn Neanderthals, man. Yeah. This is what it is. This is all it is. And this crowd of 60,000 people show up to clap like fucking retards. So they're behind a gate on their horse, getting with their rope. They're ready. They release a calf. They open this fucking gate. The calf runs out. They're ready for this, right? And the calf has no means to defend itself. They run behind the calf like 3 or 4 gallops, and then they lasso this poor little fucking baby calf by its neck. They yank it. They literally pick it up off the ground, off its feet. They yank it so hard from the horse, body slam it on the ground, jump off the horse, run over, tie its feet up. They hog tie it, and then they just go, and they go, and everyone goes, yeah, we're fucking retarded, yes. Yes! I'm like, dude, what is this? You might as well just punch it in the face while you're at it. Like this poor baby calf. And I'm not even an animal guy. And I found it despicable. I found it bothersome. It literally fucked me up, man. I would watch it and just get angry. I'm like, how is this legal? How are you just beating up helpless animals and you dumb motherfuckers are coming out in droves to see this clapping and cheering and high-fiving, you fucking dumb cocksuckers. Dude, I don't like cowboys, bro. I don't like it. Ride your stupid fucking horse right off a cliff.
And this message is brought to you
by...
Bang,
bang, bang, bang. And meet me at the saloon.
Now for our sponsors, Boot Barn. Jesus Christ,
Dude.
man. Whoa.
Dude, I hate them, man. 'Cause
Man.
I had to work there. Like, I've seen it like every year they would start to come in. I'm like, here comes these fucking animals. Day one, blacked out, security everywhere, people getting their asses whooped, people getting yelled and screamed at, harassed. Sexual harassment. Girls are crying. Yeah. I'm like, dude, after you watch that enough times,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm just like, after a while, you're like, wow.
Do they got money?
Wow.
Were they?
That's the worst part.
Money, right?
Is that you got these fucking giant goons that are funded on top of that, so they all have like this attitude, like this big wig attitude.
Yeah.
Dude, they're giant children. That's what they are. They need to knock it the fuck off.
Where's the money come from? Just out of curiosity.
There's a lot of money in ranching
livestock
and being a
all
ranch
that.
hand,
Yeah.
like owning a ranch or oil. There's a lot of oil guys out there.
Yeah.
There are a lot of entrepreneurs. Like
those are the old ones though. That like, I'll tell you, like those little guys with like the gold teeth and shit.
Dude,
like
it's
that.
Yosemite
But
Sam.
you know what?
They're all Yosemite Sam.
Those are stereotypes though. I've seen those
Whatever,
guys.
man.
We worked on the strip, so we've seen a lot of shit.
Their behavior was fucking appalling and deplorable and completely unacceptable. And the ego that they have that's attached to it is astonishing.
They're fucking
dude.
They're giants. By the way,
that's a weird point of pride for them, is that shit is bigger. I don't understand how bigger means better or like.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, just because you're a giant mutant weird fuck.
But why?
Like, somehow you're better than everyone around. I don't get it.
But why? Why are
what
they
does that have
also...
to do with anything?
I see.
They're proud of being enormous.
Yeah, I was at the Gold Coast, and I'm the same height as all the Asians around there, and then we're all just walking around, and there's these. I'm telling you right now,
dude,
eye level was these big gold belt buckles, and you walk in and you go, where's the latrine? And there's this cock and this gold belt buckle sitting next to our face. I'm like, right over there. You know what I mean? Like,
right
it was
over
odd,
there.
but why? Yeah, they're giant.
Dude.
And you're absolutely right.
Combative for no reason.
I will never understand the fake facade of Southern hospitality. I've seen Southern hospitality firsthand. They're always ass backwards. They were very rude. I remember they'd come in and
you got a story?
Well, sure, a million of them. They'd come in and they'd go. They'd be pissed about something and they'd go, well, how much am I gonna pay for some fries? And it was just. I could just tell you, it's like a direct one. I mean, I guess if I pulled out the memory bank, really delved into it, but I could tell you this: they were just every time I get a Southern table and in four tops, you always look for the four tops. The four tops, it's couples, you make a lot of money because you scope out where you can make your money and stuff like that. You get a four top and you walk over and you'd hear that Southern accent. Dude. And it was just downhill from there, just rude, and they're fucking Arnold Palmers, and they always sound like. So I really do.
So
I really do. I've seen firsthand. I really do agree
those
with you
characters.
on there. Yeah, yeah.
It was it was so rare to meet a genuinely cool, nice one that when I did, I'm like, you're the greatest person alive.
Well,
they set the bar so low for their behavior.
But going back to where you started. It's imagine that, you keep giving me that stank eye, boy.
Dude, I got threatened. I'm 5'6" on a good hair day. I got threatened by guys that were 7 feet tall. And I'm just looking at it, I'm like, number one, if I was your size, I'm sure I would beat the shit out of you.
But none of that, what stink
also,
eye?
Do you feel good about yourself right now? Tough guy? You're a fucking tough guy?
What stink eye, though? It's like...
There was no stink eye.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, don't you gotta have a reason? What does a look mean? Unless you're just looking at him, what, this?
Do you see how I'm looking at you right now?
Listen,
this is what a look is. You're talking, so I'm looking at you.
I know you.
And I'm not going
I know you're the type of guy to not sit there and mad dog somebody like some fucking animal. It's just not, it's not in our nature. It's not in our nature.
I'm a nice boy.
But do you know why he did that? Do you know why he did that? Because to impress...
they're all psychopaths?
Well, because one wants to impress another,
that is what they do.
There's this machismo,
yes.
Fucking,
That's exactly what they do.
Way they carry themselves, and it's always odd, and it's shut the fuck up. You guys want to get... This isn't...
It's exhausting.
Yeah, this isn't the Four Aces saloon in fucking, some weird shithole in where they filmed the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Peacocking and attention getting, and I'm just you guys are exhausting, man. And all they do, by the way, because they come a million strong for the rodeo, so they take over the entire place. And all they do is they just sit around, they get too drunk, they act like lunatics, and they just sit there and just brag and pat themselves on the back. That's if you listen to their conversations, all it's about is how they're better than everybody else constantly. It's fucking... The only other time that I've experienced that is when I was in New York. That's another, like, well, back when I was going back, you know what I mean? Like, it's probably Pussy Town now. I haven't been there in a long time. But back then, like, New Yorkers have a God complex. Like, it's the greatest, and they're the greatest people, and no one else matters but them. It was the same thing as these Texas people. Like, they share an equal, ridiculous. That's why I didn't like living there, too. I'm like, dude, like, I was born here in Las Vegas, the only one in my family born here. My whole family's from back east, so I have, like, deep ties to all that. And, you know, that's, like, hence the East Coast delivery that I have and all this shit that I'm doing right now. But dude, like, I used to get annoyed living out there. I'm like, you guys are arrogant as fuck. Like, you think that you're just better than everyone for what?
Well, you know what's so funny is every time this is what I always,
the bagels are good. Fuck. All right.
You're right. Every time I'd hear something and there'd be a story, something like, they go, "Whoa, I'm from New York. I don't know." And you're like, "What the fuck does that mean?"
Congratulations.
Yeah.
The reason why that I say it is so people get an idea of like where I'm coming from, like, because I'm aggressive in my speech and things.
Yeah.
But you're gonna figure it out anyway. Like, if I don't say anything, you're gonna go, "Yeah, you from back east," and I'll go, "Yeah, my family is."
Hey, you raped that girl. Whoa, I didn't rape her. I'm from New York. I'm from
like,
New
that's
York.
The answer to everything.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
He's doing a math test.
Sir, you just stole that out of that store. Hey, I'm from New York. Come on, my gabagool, huh?
You can't give me a C.
Hey, what are you talking
New
about?
York.
Huh? Hey, come on.
An A minus.
Dude, I always, you're absolutely right. That's
gabagool.
Yeah, gabagool. What are you talking about? I'm at a beach.
Dude, I just don't understand that. Like, here's the thing too is
there's
everyone is proud of their culture.
Yes.
And I'm just like, what?
There's
people are like,
pride.
oh, the Italian people are strong. Yeah, we are strong. So are the fucking Irish.
Sure.
So are every Latin person I've ever met. Like, I've really not met that many weak cultures. To be honest. Everyone's got their badasses. I mean, fucking these fucking Polacks.
Yeah. I mean, they dressed really cool.
Yeah, we get it.
You know.
Yeah, we were the fucking Roman Empire. We were dope. You know, Texas people, they were dope at the Alamo, wherever the fuck it is they did. Like, everyone's got their shit. Like, everyone's fine.
It's okay to be proud. It's okay to be proud.
The Fighting Irish, we're warriors. Who the fuck's not? Except for Canada.
Absolutely. And we've all got, and every culture's gone through some hardship and stuff like that. All absolutely.
Who's not, dude?
A lot, not even too long ago. But I can tell you this right now. There's no excuse to be proud of your culture and be a dick. You can be proud of your culture, but don't hide behind.
Yeah, love it.
Don't
love it all
day,
but you don't have to hate mine because you love yours.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know, it's funny. I knew right what you were talking about when you said, like, the East Coast thing and stuff like that. Dude, I grew up around all that, and a lot of New Yorkers live in Las Vegas. Yes. And it's almost like, you know, like, whoa, you know, and I told her, I said, hey, sweetheart, I'm from New York.
Gabagool!
Hey.
Everything's gabagool.
Yeah, I told this dumb cunt, I'm from New York, huh? Yeah.
Get the papers.
Get the papers. I told him, get the papers.
And I love my own people. I've been watching Sopranos every day. That's why I'm extra Italian lately.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something.
That
I've
shit
seen
bleeds into you,
every Italian-American movie ever made.
Dude, we're fucking hilarious.
And I love how they act, and I love it.
It's
but there's once again, there's just people that are dicks, and they think they can get away with it from their background. Like you said, the Cowboys. And New York. I've seen other people too. You know what I mean? Believe me, I remember somebody. I don't want to get too into it, but I remember somebody talking shit, and they said, "Hey, dog, I'm Puerto Rican. Like, that's just how I am." It wasn't even a New York thing. It was like, "Hey, dog, I'm Puerto Rican." And I remember thinking in my head, like, no, you're a fucking dick.
You're just an asshole.
I know plenty of Puerto Ricans that are just fine. You're just a fucking dick. Why does that count for everything? You know, girls do the same shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm a girl. I get kind of psycho.
I'm passionate. I'm like, no, you're a psychopath.
Yes, dude, it's fucking. I just don't. Holy shit,
we jumped passionately nice.
Yes.
You don't have to be fucking crazy.
Well,
like, passion doesn't mean that you're violent. You're gonna burn my house down. Like, I could be passionate about feeding the fucking homeless.
Be accountable for your actions. Everybody has to have this their own identity and be accountable for their own behavior and stuff like that. And is that too much to ask from people?
No, man, we got to bring it back. Doug Stanhope has that great bit where he's like, we all come from apes. He's like, I don't go around saying I have a deep ape heritage, and that's why I throw shit into your face. He's like, no, you're just a guy who's a dick. Same thing that you just said. He has a bit about that. It's very well coordinated.
So you just threw shit in my face. Hey, I'm from New York.
Hey, gabagool.
Hey,
yeah, bang, 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 bang. I fucking hate Cowboys.
You know, my dad was like the most...
What are you going to do, shoot your 6 guns at my feet next?
Yeah, my dad was the most grimy New York motherfucker I ever met in my life. And he used to say that all the time. He used to go, man, I hate when motherfuckers say... You know, because he would do that. It was just how he was. But he was the living embodiment of like, oh, he's from New York. He's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? It's just...
Well, back then, there was like a
The
culture
respect
that
thing?
came with knowing that you're from New York, because New York was a certain way.
Do you-
Sure.
do
Like
you-
if I meet someone like, hey, I'm from Compton, and you look like a gangster, I'm probably not gonna fuck with you.
And also, can be real, when they say they're from Compton and they do look like some OG or something like that, I know for a fact that they've been through something, they've seen some shit,
Yeah.
they come up from a very
Like a
hard
quiet
area.
intensity.
And we all look up to that. I'm sorry, you just do. I like this is gonna sound disgusting. I like hard men.
Don't touch my hand after you say
like
that.
hard men.
I like hard men.
But all right, how about this? Let me rephrase that.
It's like, he goes to
like,
commercial.
I like real tough guys. I've always. I mean, I think we
like
all
hard
do.
men.
And I knew it. I gave the fucking disclaimer before. Why did I just hold back on it?
You know, it was my birthday the other day.
Yeah. Right here. Hey, I'm from New York. I'm hard right here.
Yeah,
Gabagool. Hey, what, you gonna go down the old sausage?
The old brajol. Hide the cannoli.
But yeah,
I like hard men.
you look up to those guys and stuff like that, but they don't need to say it. They, you pretty much you get the rift of it, and they do.
Dude.
They're accountable.
But it's just the I don't like any culture that's just constantly patting itself on the back. I don't care if it's these Texas guys. I don't care if it's my own people in New York. It's just.
Do you think there was ever?
Dude, they're just blowing themselves.
Yeah.
24. I'm like, how insecure are you? Like
Yeah.
that you need to constantly talk up your people and yourself.
Now, do you think not just Cowboys or New Yorkers or whoever behaves that way? Do you think that there's a respect issue across the board? Do you think that people?
No.
You don't feel like there's this?
What do you mean?
I feel like there's this nonstop attitude everywhere I go, every grocery store I walk into. I think that and who knows? Maybe everybody has maybe everybody's on to something right now. I just see people are just pissed off 24/7. I don't.
mad?
Well, like you go into the grocery store and you ask for something like I'm polite. I go into a grocery store. I'm always gonna give respect and stuff like that. And I've just noticed that sometimes, and I don't do anything. And sometimes you kind of think like okay, I didn't come in there and piss this person off. This person was obviously pissed off before you even walked in there and asked for something from the back or something like that. And I feel like I don't know if it's a society issue. It's like. Remember, like right away, Mr. We love the old days,
Yes.
and I think the nostalgia of the old days wasn't even that long ago. Even in the
It's
90s,
not that long ago,
yeah,
dude.
you had happy kids working at like Wet and Wild in the 90s. They were happy to
Dude, you
work.
used to
and
be able to. We were
summer
talking about
jobs.
service.
Yeah,
Like the gas station thing.
Sure.
Where you used to be able to get service.
and I'm saying
with a smile.
But you don't notice that, like it's just everybody hates their fucking jobs today. Everybody hates this thing, and things are getting worse. What is it? What is it? Is it a population thing? Is it a money thing? Is it finances going to? I guess there's no way to
You know what it is?
pinpoint.
This is what I think it is.
Okay.
This is what I think. I think it's a handful of things.
Okay.
I think number one, it's because almost everybody, works for some corporation now.
Yeah.
There's no privately owned places where you feel like your soul is in that place. Like you help build it, like the owner knows you by name, sends you a Christmas card. You feel like you're part of the family, so you have like integrity.
Yeah.
Everyone is working for a soulless, faceless fucking entity that doesn't care about them at all, so they stop caring. So I think that's a big part of it. Also, and this is back to corporations' fault again, they've almost given up on the guys of even pretending to give a shit about the satisfaction of the customer at all. Tell me who you can call where you're not in an automated line for 45 minutes. Like you have to fight tooth and nail to talk to anyone. They don't want you to talk to them. They try to send you online. They try not to deal with you. Every complaint goes to some email department. It takes weeks to talk to. Someone treats you like garbage or fucks up. You're yelling at the wall. No one's accountable. Like there's no accountability. You can go to Jack in the Box right now, and the kid behind the counter can tell you go fuck your mom, and you just go, who do I even talk to about this? And like everything just falls on deaf ears. And I think that just no one cares anymore. There's just like this numbed out, like dead soullessness that's like just permeated through all of us. Like the corporations, the people that work for them, and those of us that patronize it.
Yeah.
Is that right? Patronize?
Patronize, either way.
Yeah, whatever. You get what I'm saying. But
Tomatoes.
so there's just no heart in anything anymore. Nobody cares.
And something like that automated line thing.
Dude.
You ever been pissed off and you're mad at something and you just want to talk to a human being and then you talk to somebody and and you almost apologize to them. You go, look,
because the guy that came out to talk to you, his name is on the front of the building. He cares about the integrity of his store.
Yeah.
He wants you to have a good experience. So he really listens to you.
Yeah.
Like when you go to Ralph's fucking whatever hardware store, and you have a bad experience there, you're like, I want to talk to Ralph, and then Ralph comes out and he's like, listen, man, like, you know, like let me make this up to you, please.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely sorry. My family's name is on this. This isn't how we represent ourselves.
Yeah.
Give me a chance to make it right. And that's all we ever wanted.
Hey, Ralph.
But now it's some corporate douchebag that comes out and is like, on behalf of Bally's, like, no one, he doesn't give a fuck. No one cares.
You go, Ralph, I ordered these socket wrenches online, and Ralph goes, yeah, right away. Oh, let me get this all fixed up. Now you walk in to Walmart and you go, I ordered these socket wrenches online, and the kid goes, fuck you.
Yeah.
And walks away. Dude, maybe he doesn't say that, but that's just honestly how I feel when he does walk away. I go, oh, you know what I mean? That's how it feels.
So when that storm
that takes his vest off.
They don't give a shit.
Know?
Dude, when that storm swept the nation, right, I had to call to get a refund for my plane ticket, and the number that they gave me was for Southwest. I was with Frontier, but they gave me the wrong customer service number, but that's not the point. The point is that I called and I'm trying to explain my situation, and of course it's some Indian guy that clearly doesn't live in the country. Mm-hmm. They obviously outsource their whole customer service department overseas. They don't give a shit about. No one cares.
Hello, my name is George.
He don't care. This guy, because they've been getting calls because everyone had their flights canceled, so I'm sure that they're getting berated. That's not our problem. It's not our fault.
No, God, no.
This guy answers the phone. I go to start telling him the problem, and he just hangs up the phone on me.
Yeah.
Flat out hangs up. I call back. I get another Indian person who doesn't give a shit about me, and I'm trying to tell him my situation. And they start huffing and puffing audibly, like, oh, we're so big. We're getting 1 million of these calls a day. Like, you're just going to have to wait. Click, hangs up on me again. I don't know any of their names. I don't know who their supervisor is. I got treated like shit, talked down to, hung up on twice, and there's going to be no ramifications for this at all. So now I'm just seething there and just pacing around my house, just pissed off with this poison inside of me that can go nowhere. Just yelling at my kid, or I'm taking it out on my son, like the kid across the street.
That's when somebody goes and bombs an Indian restaurant.
Yeah. Kid drives his bike a little too close to my car, but since this guy pissed me off and I couldn't talk to his manager, I'm like trying to throw a stick into the kid's spokes. But it goes nowhere, and you just feel like, it makes you feel like a little bitch. Like, I just got slapped by someone who in real life I would have suplexed in the middle of the street.
Yeah. You know what's funny too is
no one cares.
Yeah, they don't, and it means nothing. They outsource those jobs, and now you're talking, and you're basically talking to you. I would take the automated line over talking to somebody in New Delhi. That doesn't.
I need you to listen.
No, dude, they never give Indian names. They never give Indian names. There was like. My name is Charles, and you're like, your name's not Charles. Your name's not Charles. It's some fucking weird Indian name, and that's fine. That's all you cool. You live out there. It should be fucking Indian name out there. You know what I mean? But dude, hear me out. Please help. No. Yeah, fucking Slumdog Millionaire.
Put Dibble Dabble back on the phone.
What a player. You are the child welder. What a player. You know, what the fuck is this, dude? I don't know, man. And it bothers me because you're absolutely right. Like you said, all these corporations, it's just huge umbrella companies that own all the smaller companies and stuff like that. And there's no feeling left.
We're slowly we've gotten so desensitized towards not having good service or any help.
It means nothing.
Dude, you don't even bat an eye. I walked into 7-Eleven the other day and they have a self-checkout at 7-Eleven now. Like, dude. You can't get help. You can't get help. Dude, I never use a self-checkout unless I absolutely have to, unless the line is crazy. I'm like the last one to break. I'm going to die on this hill. Like, I'm not going to change the world. Nothing's going to happen. But I'm still like, no, you ring my shit up. Yeah. You put it in the fucking bag. I pay. I walk out. That's what I do. That's my end of it. And you can see these drones, this line of drones. Everyone's just standing there just waiting for their self-checkout. Just gray, pale faces. Just that, boop. Putting it in the bag, and then you got that one lady there that's just like policing everyone, like you work for them.
Yeah.
Like what do you want, your union break? Speed it up, ma'am. We're gonna need this space available here. You're like just trying to check your own groceries out. It's ridiculous.
You know how I fight back against that? I fight the system. You know how I fight back against that?
How do you do it?
I take my blender, I set it in the bag, and it says, "You think you have rang up your bananas." Take the second $60. Yeah. Thank you, computer. Fuck no.
I'll break a single for this.
No, exactly. If you're not going to give me the respect to help me check out my stuff, I'm not going to give you the respect for paying for it.
Well, you know what? I'm going to give myself a discount because you don't have to pay the employees paying.
Yeah, exactly.
So it costs you less for me to come shop, so it should cost me less for me to come shop.
Sure, absolutely.
Shouldn't you have free employees? Your customers are your fucking employees for the most part.
The self-checkout line, just in the Walmart down the street from us, the self-checkout line is fucking... Dude, I'm telling you right now, it takes up half the store now, and it's basically like, you go pick your shit out, You fucking
They
work
have
here.
2 lines open now.
Yeah.
They have 80 registers, and 2 of them are open and manned with it. Like one person is going slow as shit and doesn't
produce.
Because even they have like half an attitude now. Because like, why don't you just go over there and do it yourself? Like, why are you even in line with me?
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous, man. I know we complain about what's going on today, but I'm telling you right now. We were in the generation when things were still good. We know it. We know what the best.
Our memory doesn't serve us well. Because we have a memory of these times, like it makes this hurt.
We were on the right track. Everybody was on the right track to do the right thing, and now all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're just here. Like I said, it's what I started with. Everybody's just pissed off, and I just noticed things like. I know it's like, but you walk down the street and you just don't want to see it. We're in the greatest nation ever. You just don't want to see it, and we're headed for something.
At least not everywhere.
Well, I'm preparing for the catastrophe. Remember we talked about this?
Can't we have like one area of town where it's just like mom and pop shops? Like that's why like going to people that don't live in Vegas probably obviously are not going to get this reference, but like Old Boulder, Old Boulder City, you know what I'm talking about? Like down by past Boulder Highway on the other side, it's like that old town.
No.
And, I'll take you out there. It's great. They have like these little mom and pop shops and bars, and the people that live there own all that shit.
And
dude,
service.
As soon as you get over there, you feel the difference. You feel like the humanity, if that makes it. Just like when you go to like a smaller town, if you go to like Utah or something like this, you feel the humanity.
Oh, you did bring me in there. It got a little weird when it said whites only on the diner, but
it's not that old.
That was kind of weird, but okay. That faucet sticking out of the ground was a little strange, but okay.
Why are these fountains on opposite sides of the room?
Well, all right. Well, now we know your hate for Cowboys, right? You got that out, right?
But we're far from done talking about them over the course of the life of this show.
Yeah, good. They're assholes.
And I don't care. I might even get my ass whooped one day.
Anybody?
They might. If we get famous, they're gonna look at me and they're gonna fucking want to attack me, and it's only gonna prove my point. These animals.
When we do Rogan's show, we'll deal with it then. All right.
Oh, that's right.
No, just to tag this, okay? Just to tag this. Anybody who dances like this, like.
Anyone who holds their belt buckle while they sway side to side. Anybody who dances like
that can't be trusted. That's all I'm saying.
Ashley
That's all
Simpson.
I'm saying. Oh my God. Yeah, she did the jig. She did the jig. That was the weirdest thing.
She hoed out herself out of a career.
God bless her.
She literally hoed herself out of the business.
You know, I could have took the lip syncing. I'm okay with that. I could have took the lip sync. I'm fine. Whatever.
That's one of the most shameful things I've ever seen.
You know what was shameful? When she comes out and she goes, "Guys, I'm really sorry. My band played the wrong song. These fucking underling shitheads."
She's like, "You're all fired."
Yeah. Bye, guys.
That ruined her entire. The hoedown couldn't even save her.
Dude, she blamed the band. That's what pissed everybody off. Is she went out there and blamed that. You know what, sweetheart? Look, say strep throat. There's plenty of people that got caught with
that. You gotta
have
a little class.
Millie, it's not a Millie Vanilli thing. That was her voice.
Yeah.
She just sounded like shit in person. Okay, fine. Yeah. You lip sync. Who gives a shit? You blame the band. You blame these poor guys that are doing everything to make your dumbass sound good. Come on.
She's better off never having gotten famous.
Hey, you know who never?
It's gotta be painful for her to think
people get in trouble for lip syncing, but nobody ever gets in trouble for like guitar syncing, like acting like they're fucking playing in that. Meanwhile,
no one cares.
But you do some crazy solo.
He reaches out to stretch, and it's still like.
He's behind his back. He's like standing on the guitar like a fucking skateboard and still playing everything. How the fuck are you hitting them notes? How are you hitting those
doing
notes?
The McFly guitar kick, but he's not even strumming.
Balancing one toe. The guitar's standing straight up. He's balancing one toe, and it's playing.
Go, Johnny, go.
Eddie Vedder, yeah. Joey Tribute. Fucking what the fuck, dude?
You know that new sound you were looking for?
Yeah.
He's not even touching the guitar. It's just going ham. It's like one of those self-playing pianos.
I like the bass guys under doom 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 boom 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 boom. Yeah, they never get in trouble, man. Nobody gives a shit about that.
No,
people care about
guitar all day.
Yeah, that's literally air guitaring. It's literally air guitaring with props. That's fucking strange.
You're Carrot Top now.
No. All right. We still gotta get into this story, dude. We fucking went crazy on that.
Sorry, guys. All right, what's next?
Okay. Well, what's first? Hold on, wait a minute. We just burned 40 minutes talking
There's
about
no
that.
way.
We just burned 40 minutes talking shit about Cowboys.
Just hating.
All right. So dig this. All right. So our first story of the night, we have the shooting in Houston, Texas, buddy. All right.
We're back to Texas.
Yeah, we've seen no. No. Okay. All right. No. But let me ask you this question. Right? I have you seen the video of the gentleman sitting down? A robber comes in. It's a Mexican restaurant. He has everybody at gunpoint. The robber. He's taking everybody at gunpoint. He's robbing them. They're giving their wallets. I mean, he's being aggressive, dude. He's got the gun in people's faces, jabbing it against their head, doing horrible shit, okay?
So he's doing the beginning of Pulp Fiction on
exactly. Him. Once again, this is Texas. Everybody carries a gun in Texas.
They're in a diner?
They're in a Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
El Diner. I can't.
That's hilarious.
No thank you.
Pancake burrito.
It's not.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that's just low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, it's not Willie's Diner. It's Guillermo's Diner. All right, so all right, everybody's sitting down. The guy gets his head. Now here's where people have an issue. Okay, he just robbed everybody at gunpoint. Wound up being a BB gun and airsoft gun, but nobody knew that at this point. Okay, he just robbed everybody, got their wallets. Nobody ever gives a shit about the victims. They only care about what happens when the robber becomes a victim. For some reason, everybody's always up in arms.
This is astonishing.
Yeah.
I don't understand that point of view.
The robber was done robbing everybody, being an absolute shit stain on society. He was all done. He got his fill for the night. He's
That's
gonna
traumatizing.
Yeah,
dude,
there was like 6 people in there. Yeah. He's gonna go spend your money, use your credit cards. Now he's done, right, with you. So he turns his back and goes to leave. Guy pulls out gun. Fires off at him.
Patriot.
Yeah, I think 6 or 7 shots winds up killing the guy.
American hero.
Stands up, hits him while he's down too. I'm sorry, but when you shoot somebody, you're not John Kreese going, hit the leg. No,
swap the leg.
You're looking to destroy the target. You're looking to end the threat. End the threat. If you're gonna open fire, you end the threat. That's the rule.
We were talking about that yesterday.
Yes.
They literally train you to do that because it's a safety thing.
Sure.
Yeah, you only have like a couple of seconds to respond. I love like all these like armchair quarterbacks that watch the tape afterward and they have like all day to talk about it and plan and fantasize and think about it.
I would have shot the knife out of his hand.
No, you wouldn't. Would you, Mr. Wick?
Exactly. Yeah.
Would you have?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you're really calm under pressure, psycho. Yeah.
Everything like this happens in an instant. It's immediate. If you shoot a guy who has a gun, you have to assume that he's gonna be able to turn around and shoot back at you if you don't finish him off. So you gotta ice that motherfucker. You gotta go. For your own safety and for the safety of everyone else in there, who is innocent, by the way, who didn't decide to get attacked that day. Yeah. You got to get rid of them, and that's just protocol. It's just protocol. Everyone's so self-righteous when it comes to this shit. You know like cop videos. Yeah. It's like, dude, if you ever been in a fight, it happens fast.
No, this bothers me. When the cop shootings or even civilian shootings, the biggest argument that they always had is, they shot him 10 times. Yeah. I don't give a fuck if they shot him 100 times.
Empty the clip.
Empty the clip. You do.
I mean, if you reload and you're like, you take a deep breath and you're like, and that's
forget any inherent
anything less than that.
Forget any inherent bias that you have. Anything. Listen, whether you hate cops, or picture yourself shooting a cop, but close your eyes, right? Whatever you think is in front of you, right? Think about this.
It's an interesting guided meditation.
Absolutely.
Picture yourself shooting a cop. Close your eyes.
Or a bad guy, or whatever bias you got, whoever side you're on. Think about this, okay? They're running at you. You have a gun. Picture this, okay? Whether they're 10 feet at you, and they run full speed at you, okay? You're not gonna sit there and go, all right, I'm gonna hit the shoulder. Or I'm only gonna shoot him twice in the leg. No. You're gonna point your weapon, and you're gonna squeeze your finger till that sucker's not popping anything anymore. Why? Because this is a threat and you want it to stop. Just like use any weapon. You're gonna keep going like this. That's it. You want to end the threat.
You gotta be damn sure. Imagine you got your family at home. I might never see my fucking wife and kids again.
And if it's between me or them, that's it.
I'm gonna be like ultra considerate of this criminal who's attacking me with the 3 seconds of time I have to process this.
Oh, good point. The consideration for the criminal.
It's unbelievable.
I don't give a shit.
Don't rob me.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be nice.
Hey, you should have chosen a different way to spend your time. You know what? I really do understand. And they talk about what he was doing. I get it. Times are hard. I've had times hard times, you've had hard times, but the difference between you and them and me and them is I never went out and tried to stick a gun in somebody's face to make my hard time go away. I've never done it, so that's it. Once you're willing to do that, you've completely given up any type of empathy or sympathy. You're done with it. You don't have it anymore. That's it. You've given up that right.
What was he supposed to go? Is it a real gun?
Yeah.
Is it real?
Yeah, this is a BB gun. It could be a BB gun, but give me your money just right. Yeah, yeah. And by the way, he took their wallets. What a piece of shit scumbag thing to do to make that person to go get their ID and their car. And you know what happened? They ended up in some dumpster, some shithole in the middle of whatever city he lives in, and it's terrible and it's awful. So I don't want to hear anything about what he did. So anyways,
didn't he just get out of prison?
Yeah, he was on probation. You know, guess what for? Aggravated robbery with a dangerous weapon. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So you didn't learn your first time. I don't want to hear about how he would have changed at any point in time. He wouldn't have. This was the life he chose. That's it. I didn't choose it for him. By the way, one of his boys, the last time that they robbed somebody, shot and killed the father of 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Come on. That's what I'm talking about. This guy's never going to see his kids again?
His family comes on and goes, well, listen, he was involved in that robbery, but he didn't shoot the guy. Well, he was there. He's
now
just,
kids grow up without a dad.
Be accountable. Be accountable. You're just as accountable as your boy who shot the guy. If you knew this guy was capable of doing something like that, you should have never went that night. And then you decide to do it again. Listen, man, I would never say that. I hate when people say the same little cliche sayings over and over again. I'll say this, okay? You play the game, you might lose. I'm not going to give that, what's that? Play stupid game, win stupid. I don't say that.
Cliche horse
shit. Oh, God, dude, it sounds so fucking unoriginal. But yeah, absolutely right.
Bird in the hand's worth 2 in the bush.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't get him to drink.
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
So guy winds up shooting and killing him. Now, you're wondering to yourself, after I tell that story, well, okay, where'd the guy go pick up his medal? No, he's actually facing the grand jury right now to see if the shooting was justified. The Harris County
just watch the
attorney,
tape.
Yeah. Watch tape.
I mean, that you showed me that video. I think it was like
I don't want to show you.
Within 30 seconds, I open and shut case. I knew everything. Yeah. I needed to know.
Absolutely, and you know what they're gonna replay? They're gonna replay the guy shooting him. Not the robbery. I don't
challenge
give a
him to
shit.
a fucking duel.
Yeah.
Of course he shot him in the back. That's the
you.
safest place to shoot somebody.
Yeah.
He's not here to have a fair gunfight. He's here to protect his life and to save the people around him.
You think he's gonna get up and slap him with a white glove in the face and go outside? Sharp noon.
6 paces.
Yeah.
If you turn around on 5, I'll know.
Yeah. As he's sitting there packing the gunpowder into his blackball gun, he's gonna go out and do that. No, it's not gonna happen. And you know what? You're absolutely
right. I'll give you a what's for.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me 6 minutes.
Oh my God, you're absolutely right. I would shoot him in the back too. Why risk anything?
It's the safest place to shoot him, man.
Yeah. Shoot him in the legs. No. God, that's
this isn't a sanctioned boxing match. Like we didn't agree to this. You showed up. Having dinner.
I came to eat taquitos. You came to get smoked. That's
Before
it.
you even try to take a social stance on it, just put yourself in that restaurant. You're eating dinner.
Yes.
This guy comes in. And think about everyone that you love that you might never see again.
Yes.
Think about them and think about what you would do in that situation.
Dude,
what? You're going to let the wife so he can get 6 more chances in prison and maybe he'll turn it around and do something great with his life before he's dead? Chances are no. My kids get to have a father. I'm shooting that motherfucker.
Absolutely.
Goodbye.
Absolutely.
It's a shame. I don't want to see anyone, behave that way in society. It's too bad he couldn't get rehabilitated, but play stupid game.
Well, they play stupid games.
What do we have for him, Johnny?
Whoa, it's a new gun! No, it's death. It's a gun! It's a new coffin! Yeah, no, it's crazy. I'm tired of seeing it. Tired of seeing it. Tired of hearing it. Tired of reading about it. You know what, man? You go out there, you do shitty things to people, you rob people, things might happen.
I feel bad for the mother. I mean, she lost her son, and she obviously was a disgrace to that family the entire time.
I blame
years
her.
and years of her staying up at night crying, wishing that he would be better and turn his life around. My heart goes out to her.
Nah, man. But they always tell the story. I hate it. I used to watch 40 Hours, love 40 Hours. They would every time somebody would die and you heard they got killed in like a drug deal or something, they always go, he was going back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
No, you're asking? For what? To rob the place? I don't fucking think so.
And all strippers are going to college.
Exactly. Yeah,
what else?
They're all paying their way, right? It's just ridiculous. All right, to end on that, but that's what's going on.
So basically, when you go get a gun license,
district attorney's looking
a carrying permit or whatever, they're going to teach you to shoot to kill.
As it should be.
There's a reason for that, by the way. Just go take a gun class. It's not because everyone's just violent, evil assholes. There's a reason. Obviously, the success rate of shooting legs and knives out of people's hands isn't the greatest.
It's not a Steven Seagal movie.
There's a reason.
Where you just Aikido somebody a knife at somebody's hand, set him on the ground, and go, cops are gonna come here in about 20 minutes.
Go ahead.
Tie this asshole up, and everybody claps. No. It's a real situation where you might get hurt, and you might die. And thank God the shoe went on the other foot this time. I see it too many times. It's just ridiculous. All right, Nick, how about on a lighter note, all right?
Yes.
Isaac Hang. Now, you might remember Isaac Hang. You might remember that name when
Isaac Hang?
What do you want to do?
Hang? Like H-A-N-G, like hang?
Are we going to be, yeah.
Fucking hang.
Hang. Oh, no.
No,
Transgender.
Like hang?
No, like hang, transgender. All right, let me ask you a question.
That's hung.
Yeah.
I like my men hard.
Okay, yeah. I like hard men.
I like...
All right, let me ask you a question. Am I going to be polite to the pronouns?
No, fuck that.
Okay, so...
Just call it what it is. How about we do that for today?
All right, so this young, strapping man...
Yes.
All right, who is transgender...
Oh, I love this one. All right, this is going to be fun.
Became an All-American... Made headlines last year when he became an All-American women's swimmer in the women's division, okay? Mm-hmm. Smoked the competition. He was beating these girls left and right.
Yeah, using his giant fucking dick like an oar.
Yeah.
He's just paddling past them. He gives it the old...
Everybody else is swimming.
The old kayak, the old canoe.
Just on the row team, just... Whoa!
He just comes up.
Whoa!
This 18-inch.
Yo, oh my God! Did you see when he stood up over the girls to take the picture?
No.
And, dude, I thought he was on one of the blocks, like the number one block to stand above. No, then he stands on the block. He stood like 4 feet above all of these girls. How is that? How is this noble? How is this okay?
This is hilarious.
It's insane.
Let me guess, he was number one in the women's league?
Yeah, murdered them, all of them. All right, so Isaac Hang became an All-American last year in the women's division. So they wound up going to the men's division, and he wrote an op-ed to the New York Times saying that he's been having trouble lately in the men's division.
Oh, what a surprise.
Who would have seen that coming, right? He wound up coming 79th out of 83, losing only to 3 people and then one other person who was born without a left arm. Last place, basically. I don't care. That's last place.
Number one in the women's league. And by the way, this is the weakest of what our species has to offer as far as men go. You have a guy who literally chemically imbalanced himself with estrogen, like reduced the amount of testosterone in his body. So he's like the weakest version of what a man should be.
Yes.
So even the weakest, mutilated, most fucked up version of what a man is goes into the women's league and just dominates all actual women. So the least of us is the best of them, and then they come back over to the men's league, and he got smoked. He got fucking smoked, right?
Horrible. Okay, here.
You said 79th out of how many?
We're reporting on this, but can I just say this? It's not fair. Okay? It's not fair.
Do we really have to have this conversation?
Men are stronger than women. It's so simple. And
that's like we talk about. It's like putting a house cat against a lion.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're technically the same thing.
I just don't understand why this is a controversial take in any form. It's not. It's so ridiculous. And I'm tired of seeing this. And this is terrible too. So that's a physical attribute, right? Mm-hmm. Like swimming, weightlifting, all that, you know what I mean? Fighting, whatever. Okay, right now, the women's Jeopardy champion is a transgender. So
Jeopardy, the game show?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Well, what I'm getting at is intellectually.
Even I didn't even see the angle.
Intellectually, we're killing too, buddy. Okay? I'm just saying, listen, I would never take, I'm not taking away from women. They are.
Look, we're just looking at what's happening.
They're taking away from you, Billie Jean King was special, I guess, But listen, the Venus and Serena Williams were special for the women's division. That's why they got so much recognition. But you put Andre Agassi out there, and it's not going to be a competition.
Remember I showed you the article when we were working, the gentleman that came out of retirement? He was like a shitty professional tennis player who was an alcoholic and a chain smoker, and he hadn't played in like 10 years. And he challenged the Venus or Serena, one of the two sisters, if not both of them, to a tennis match live.
Together.
And he was one of the lowest ranking professionals, like I said, just a scumbag. This guy just shows up with like Cheeto dust on his fucking tank top, with the scotch on his breath, smoking his 20th cigarette.
Wipe off his racket case. There's just a bunch of dust on
his one black lung. Just fucking, he shows up. Yeah, he's got a bet racket.
He smashes a Bloody Mary because he's so hungover from the day before. He's like,
and he beat the brakes.
Just killed him.
This is at the height of her prime. It's so fucking funny.
You know what? The reason why Billie Jean King got so much recognition is she faced off with I forgot his name, but she faced off with somebody like in the 70s, 80s.
You talking about the guy that dumped the game for the mob?
Yes,
yeah.
dude.
Clearly, that's clearly
exactly.
what it was. Because everyone bet on the guy naturally, and they were like, we're gonna give him the old Kansas City shuffle.
Yeah, when you got Teflon John Gotti laying $10 million on the dude, there might be some like foul play. I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking crazy. But so that's what we got here. It's so simple. Isaac Kane comes out.
Everyone argues about the whole men and women and transgender and sports and all this shit, and we argue about it like it's an intellectual thing that we could figure out, but we don't need to talk about it or argue about it at all.
No.
This is what I say. Just combine men and women's sports.
Yep.
I'm not even saying this with an attitude. Like, I'm just tired of hearing this fucking shit being talked about. Like, we're all the same and blah blah. Fine. Let's let nature be the judge. Combine men and women's sports. Let that be the case for the next year or two, and then we'll just reconvene. We'll come back to the table, and we'll let God decide.
Yeah, we'll see how things work out.
Showing is better than telling. We don't need to intellectually bastardize all these fucking ideas and talk about it and go in circles and confuse the issue. Just let them fight it out, man.
So what you're saying is, instead of some like worldly thing, we'll make like the gender Olympics.
Let's just get to the fucking bottom of it.
See who's, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And keep the women's league, keep the men's league, and then create a mixed league where anyone could go into it too. And I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of dumb fuckers that are going to join it.
Yeah.
And we can watch women get suplexed and fucking.
I love it.
And outran and jumped over and nuts in your face with a basketball.
You know what's really funny?
I don't know what you wanted. What do you want from us?
When they wrestle and the women are wrestling. And you know when somebody gets the air knocked out of them, I can picture all the women going, whoo! Like, when the dude just takes the air right out of him, fucking just picture him and just smashes some man that's like, dude, murder me, like nothing, takes some woman and just
throws her down a well like the Frankenstein monster.
Just picture, whoa! Dude, that's how it'll sound every one of them.
And listen, I won't say a fucking word. Just combine all the sports, combine everything, combine it all of it.
Yeah.
And I will never say another word again so long as I live about it, and we'll just watch it like a movie.
Well, how about this?
And what I'm saying is that it'll sort itself out.
Sure will.
When enough concussed women go to the ER and start quitting from those leagues, nature, it will without a word being spoken, it will resolve itself, guaranteed.
And while you're at it, ask yourself this question, okay? When you say, okay, they deserve to do this, they deserve to do this, explain to me why this. Why is it always one way? Why is there no women athletes going to the men's division and dominating? Yes. Why? Why has that never happened? Why is there literally not just never happened, but zero proof of this?
This is going to be very controversial. Because they can't. They just can't.
Oh, I love it. Oh, because they can't. Wow, dude, that seemed really simple.
Let me get my professor's cap on.
Whoa, where'd you get that lab coat, buddy?
Life. I learned a few lessons
because they can't. And that's absolutely right. Because they can't. And you know what, dude? Honestly, it only became a problem in the last 5 years or so. I don't know what the issue is. Okay, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean?
What's funny is that like people like this new society of nonsense, they're gonna yell and scream at me and Billy for taking this stance.
Yeah.
This used to be like
common knowledge. Boring facts.
We used to be like gentlemen for not letting our women go and getting the shit kicked out of them.
Yeah.
We used to be considered gentlemen.
Yeah, next time you're at a bar and some dude disrespects your chick, I want you to change roles. I want you to tell her, well, what are you gonna do? Go kick his ass. Go kick his ass.
You should have the girl.
Yeah, exactly. And have her go fight the fight, and let's see how things work out.
When she comes back with a swollen head, she's like, "Why would you say that to me, Dad?"
When you're wheeling her around for the rest of her life and changing out her colostomy bag because she doesn't have the use of her body anymore because this fucking guy just picked her up and destroyed her, then wonder why we have to go out and punch people and do strong shit. That's it. That's it.
Swollen shut eye while you're telling her she's just as beautiful as she's ever been. Yeah. Stop lying to your kids, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you tell her she can fly too so she can jump off a fucking building while she's at it and flap her stupid wingless arms?
When she's unrecognizable and you're patting her, all the blood off her head and you're going, you're going to be okay, you're going to be okay. And the ambulance driver looks at you and goes, she can't hear you. want you to really listen to that and go, well, wow, she got beat up so bad that she's literally deaf
You
now.
have to write that message down.
Exactly. I'm sorry. How can she hear you with blowing eardrums in both ears? It's over. It's over. Damn, man. I mean, I knew when we started this show that this was the things that we wanted to tackle, but now that we're here talking about it,
it's exhausting.
Seems,
it's almost like
it seems silly.
Everyone,
it just
it's
seems silly.
that we even are able to talk about this like it's a real social issue.
Dude, it's insane.
You guys, this new society of absolute
this story's
worship,
new.
Y'all have made our fucking jobs so easy.
Dude, this story's new. I swear to God, I got this from the New York Times today. This story's new.
Do you know what I grew up listening to? Like, this is how far we've fallen as far as like public intellectuals and like real conversation. I grew up listening to George Carlin. And Christopher Hitchens was another fella that I used to listen to. Like, genuine intellectual, smart Terrence McKenna, John McAfee, like, tackling real issues, talking about real shit that actually matters, that adults talk about, not stuff that we figured out at the fucking schoolyard playing at PE, where we realized that girls couldn't fucking take the all-boys team.
Yes.
Like, we didn't have to be taught that. Like, I'm almost 40 years old and we're talking about what is a woman.
I watched George Carlin.
What is a woman?
I watched George Carlin give a nation common sense. I watched George Carlin give a nation common sense. That's amazing.
Intricate,
intellectual
genius.
And making it funny.
Issues,
and making it funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now you got Sam Harris, one of our greatest intellectuals of our time, a genuinely brilliant, intellectual, smart guy. And we have him tackling these issues of what is a fucking woman.
Yeah, he's spending time on this.
That's what we're wasting Sam Harris's brilliant mind on.
Yeah.
Is what is a fucking woman. He could be thinking about all kinds of other shit.
Cancer treatments for breast cancer and stuff
anything,
like that. You know, real women issues, ovarian cancer, kind of like stopping that. Yeah, dude, absolutely.
Nietzsche was talking about God is dead and what is morality and what are ethics and how do we create a better, perfect utopian society. But no, now we got Nietzsche talking about fucking... Is a dick a man? If you have a dick, are you a man?
Yeah.
Is a dick a man?
Is a dick a man? Richard! Get over here, Richard!
That undermined my point with that little slip.
No, it didn't. Yeah,
you get what I'm saying.
You had that Freudian slip, and you said, is a dick a man? And it's true, goddammit.
Only if he's hard.
I like hard men. I'll never live that. He's never going to let me live that down.
I like my video games like I like my men. Hard.
Oh, fuck, man.
Oh, fuck it out.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Nick. Let's stay on topic here. So we talked about the New York Times op-ed. Migrants, Nick. Migrants. So now we heard sanctuary cities. It's pretty easy to be a sanctuary city when you're across literally the furthest point from the border, right? It's easy, right? You just say, hey, we'd take them. Well, now we've been busing them down there for the last few months. There is now 26,000 in hotels. There's 36,000 there, which is the numbers completely deflated. There's fucking way more out there. But there's 26,000 documented, undocumented migrants living in prestigious hotels in Manhattan right now. They are absolutely... they're taking the entire place. You cannot get a room out there because they opened it up for migrants because they said, hey, well, we're going to walk the walk. We're going to be the sanctuary city that we claim to be, right? Well, here's what's going on. Right now...
Good luck.
Good luck. Eric. You voted it. I feel nothing for New York government. You voted it.
That's what they come here and yell at us.
Exactly. Yeah, we're the issue. All right, so there seems to be a big issue with trash and waste. Migrants in these hotels are refusing to eat the sandwiches given to them for free. They're refusing to eat them. Why? Because they're not on tortillas and beans. And I'm not being racist about that. They are saying this. They're saying that these foods aren't cultural sensitive. So they're claiming they'd rather starve than eat sandwiches because it's not cultural sensitive. Could you fucking believe the balls?
This is what we're talking about these days.
Could you believe the huevos on somebody that would look at you after you're handing them? Could you imagine handing a homeless person that hasn't eaten in days a sandwich and them looking at you and going, hey, I ordered a pastrami on rye. This is turkey, stupid. You can either eat this turkey sandwich or this fucking lead salad that I'm about to give you. Yeah. Hey, it's not a foot long, but here you go and kick him right in his fucking teeth. Ugh. Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. So they're refusing. I thought Americans were supposed to be. I thought we were supposed to be the entitled, arrogant assholes. But you come over here with your hands out, your pockets turned out, mothballs flying around, you dirty, nasty fuck you.
We put you up for free in a beautiful
Yes.
hotel, offer you something to eat, and you slap the hand away that's trying to feed you literally. And then what? I'm supposed to feel bad for you? I'm supposed to feel bad and go to the border and what? Human rights?
Yeah. I blame Americans.
Get
Well,
outta
obviously,
here,
I blame
man.
Americans, but I blame Americans for. Could you imagine them doing this shit in the '80s, dude? They would have got the shit kicked out of them and thrown right back over the border. It was such a privilege to be here. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something. The Mexican people that really wanted it made it happen. They came out here and they made amazing things. They brought culture
Oh, they're
and
one of the
trade.
best.
They're the best. They're the best.
The good, not the shitty ones.
Yeah,
Not the fucking
but
criminals.
what do you think sneaking across like some fucking rat in a sewer, not willing to do any of the work or any of the guidelines? What do you think's coming across? It's so fucking, again, boring facts that get blown out of proportion because you can't say things out loud anymore. So they're coming out here, they're denying the food, they won't eat it. Imagine sitting in the row in Manhattan, $700 a night it's to stay there. Could you,
I can't stay there.
Dude, no. Dude, 10 years ago, to go out to the row, I would walk in there and I would go, I need a room. And they go, you can't get a room, you silly fat fuck.
First
You
they
can't
would look
afford
you,
this.
They would look you up and down and look at your attire first,
Yeah.
and then send you on your merry way.
The guy, the concierge would walk out and go, a room. I go, yes. He go, bam! Slap me across my face. And I would go, okay, I get it now. And I'd walk the fuck out because I knew that, you know what? They made this place this nice. There's a reason I can't afford it. I'll go to the motel and shoot Skag. The end.
I love that shit.
But I can tell you this right now. So now, all right, they want to walk the walk. They want to be a sanctuary city. Okay. There's trash piled up. They said domestic violence is insane. They are getting drunk on tequila, smoking mota. Everything's got a domestic. They're just and kicking the shit out of each other inside these hotels. So they're not even behaving themselves. Now they're not even behaving themselves. When do you take a step back and go, this isn't working?
Dude, we're idiots.
This isn't
We're
working.
idiots.
Yeah.
They're literally trying to stab you in the back, and you got these New Yorkers trying to hug them while they're getting
Yeah.
stabbed.
Hey,
They're
I'm
like,
from
dude,
New York,
you're
huh?
idiots. Gabagool.
Gabagool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you eat sausage? Or you eat chorizo? I eat sausage. Huh? Come on.
I
huh?
eat chorizo.
Yeah. No. I assure you, it's not those New Yorkers that are letting these assholes in. It's these New Yorkers with their fucking,
Just give it
horn
up
rim
already.
glasses, and
Just
they're going,
give it up
yeah,
already.
Yeah, we need to treat them like people. They are people. They had a nation. They got to be responsible for that.
Yeah, we
you know,
can treat them like shitty people.
absolutely. I'll treat them how I treat other
There's
people.
degrees of treatment for people.
Sure. If I give you something, I expect to thank you.
Yeah.
Not a fucking spit in my face. It is insane. The level.
Would you go to someone's house and they offer you a sandwich and you tell them to go fuck themselves? Would you even do that at your friend's house, let alone someone who's trying to save your
a
life?
stranger? Yeah, absolutely.
Slap the sandwich out of his hand and you say, "Go fuck yourself," and see how that goes.
There's a
Pretty rude.
picture circulating online. It's this huge trash bag of wasted sandwiches. All right, if they don't need that
Let's give them
help,
to the fucking homeless.
If they don't need that help, oh no, they won't give them to homeless. They won't give them to American homeless people because God forbid they get sued and stuff like that. There's stipulation there.
For
Yeah,
real?
I'm dead serious. Fuck yeah, they'll throw them shits out like that.
Government red.
Let me tell you something. When they were fresh, they should have went to American homeless people,
Yeah.
not to these fucking assholes. And by the way, if they don't accept that help, then they don't deserve any help. Goodbye. Go back to the fucking nation. If you don't need this,
The second that you act out or say no to my food, I'm not feeding you and get out.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah. If you're not coming,
If you're
yeah.
anything less than thank you so much, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to repay you
Yeah.
and just gratitude. I'm gonna get a job this week. Like,
Absolutely.
I'd rather see just groveling gratitude.
Yes,
Basically.
absolutely. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
disgusting, and you know what? They just keep taking it on the chin, and I'm glad they're actually standing up for themselves down there. There's busing more down there, and they're just gonna keep doing it and keep doing it. Eric Adams came out, and he had some pussy ass answer to it. He goes. They asked him about the food, about the wasted food, and they go, "Well, we're not gonna dig too deep into it.
Why?
There just shouldn't be wasted food." Yeah. Well, why don't you say that to them? Why don't you go in there, take your mayor ass in there,
Yeah.
go in there and say, hey, get the fuck out. You guys don't want the help. You're all going back now.
Yeah.
That's it. You can't let people run all over you
Hey,
that
we
don't
tried.
deserve to be
We
here.
tried.
Yeah, we tried.
Also, my whole goal, I hope we get famous just so I can keep just talking about economics and how taxes work and money and all that, because
This is a lot of the dissonance that you see in society and a lot of the social issues that we have of people, like I'm on the left, I'm on the right, they yell and scream and this is humane and this is inhumane and all that. Most of it can be solved with a genuine understanding of how money works. Most of it can be. Because a lot of these people that are like advocating for these human rights and like everyone thinks that shit just comes out of nowhere and it doesn't. We're paying for that. The government doesn't make money; they only take money. So anytime that anything gets done on their behalf, we're paying for it. It's our tax money. This 26,000 immigrants that came over here and beat the shit out of their wives, got hammered, won't eat our food, taking up our hotel and using our resources. We are paying for that. Us, you, me, him. We pay for that shit. That's why we're like, border up the fucking wall. Have a, like some kind of criteria if you want to come here. Yeah, we want to help people, but it doesn't come from nothing comes from nowhere.
Earn it. Do you know what? If you can come out here, if you take all the right steps and you come out here and you're bright and you're brave, we want you out here.
Yeah.
More people that are willing to work and work hard and do the right thing, that does build the economy.
That's good for us.
But these shit stains that don't do nothing and intend on doing nothing. Dude, I'm telling you this.
You don't realize that this shit ain't free. We don't just have unlimited resources just dole out to everyone and we're just like the masters of all that. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
We don't even create anything in our own economy. We import 99% of everything we fucking have.
Yeah.
So we're basically taking food from another country and then saying well, they should have it for free. And then but we have to fucking pay for it.
We are so not self-sufficient anymore. It's sad. It really is. Everything's exported. Everything's coming in. And we're paying them ridiculous amounts for it, right?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And what does that do? What is 26,000?
But you got people sitting at home yelling and screaming like, oh, it's human rights and take care of these people, but they just don't understand how all this works and where it all comes from. They just don't get it. That's all.
You know how you do it? You show it right up. You put right on their paycheck. You take 90% of their paycheck and you put to migrants, and that's the only time they're going to change their mind. That's the only time they're going to go, holy, wow, I didn't agree to this.
That's a great idea. Make it
exactly. Put it right on the check. Right in your face. If they knew where it was going, everybody would have a problem with it. You think 26,000 people, you think that's cheap to feed them morning, noon, and night?
Think of it like
3 hots in a cot? Are you fucking kidding me?
Think of it like someone walks up to you, right, and asks you for $20 of your hard-earned money.
Yeah.
You physically take the money out. You hand it to them. They go, I want to feed this homeless guy over here. You go, okay. They walk over. They spend all of your $20. They come out with food, and you're watching this happen. And then you worked for that money. You worked.
Yeah.
You clocked in. You spent time away from your family. You put effort in. You're short on your bills too. We're all starving, right? Again, money's not cheap. Like we're all having a hard time check for the most part. It's tough out there.
Yeah.
So then you see that $20 $100 you could have spent on anything else. He goes across the street, goes to hand it to the homeless illegal guy who shouldn't be here in the first place because you're a humanist and you have a good heart. And you watch that guy ball that shit up and just throw it right on the floor, spit on it, and flip you off from across the street. Do you want to make that payment again tomorrow? Do you want to pay it again tomorrow? Because that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
It's just not as, like you said, it's not as in their face. Like you're not actually seeing the money come out of your wallet and then go and get wasted right across the street. But that is exactly what is happening. That's what's happening.
Or how about this? You take that 20, you hand it to them. They take 10 and feed the guy. Does all the same shit, throws it on the ground, flips you off and everything. And then the rich guy that grabbed the money from you takes the other 10 and goes, fuck you too. That's what's happening. It's
and then you get a delinquent notice for what you
and then you get kicked out of your house and sleep. And now you're sleeping in your car and you're moving into your fucking mom's basement because you can't fucking afford anything. Oh my god! That makes me sick. That makes me sick.
That's in effect. That's exactly what's happening.
Holy shit! That's really fucking bad, dude. Oh my god.
But people, it's like out of sight, out of mind. People just work and then they just have what they have on their check and they don't sit there and like dole it out and do the math and understand truly where it's going. And the thing about all the fake fees that we're going to do, we're getting so fucked. Like I was telling him I got a speeding ticket like 2 months ago. I went to Ticket Busters. They got knocked down to a traffic violation. Doesn't matter. So it's like $200. But since I'm not working right now, I don't have just money to throw around like that. So you can get on a payment plan. And then there's just fees, like arbitrary fees are attached to everything now.
Yeah.
I can get on a payment plan and pay them $100 a month. But if I do that, there's a $50 random charge for nothing that they just take $50 for you to do that. Yeah. For nothing. It doesn't cover any over. It's nothing. I can either pay them $200 and it'll cost me $200, or I could pay them $200 in $100 installments, but it's going to cost me $250. Why? What is this random $50 charge? It's not paying someone's fucking bill.
Where's this going?
I mean, it's not paying someone's salary. It's going to nowhere. They just take money. Every time you spend money at an ATM machine, there's a debit fee, and then your bank charges you when you take money out. It's a $2 fee for nothing.
Yeah.
But again, like because we're our age, like we always talk about, I remember that not existing at all. There was no debit card fee, except for at the casino, like, and that was later in life too. Like, you know, it was a couple of bucks. Now it's $7, $8, $10 for a fee. It's an arbitrary random fee. Here's another one. Like, I have a thyroid. I have hypothyroidism, so I'm on levothyroxine. So there's this new fad going around. And please, ladies and gentlemen, if this happens to you, like, let's stand up against this just this one time. These doctor's offices are going what they now call a concierge service, which of course this is just word. It's bullshit, right?
Yeah.
These are bullshit terms that they use to fuck you somehow. So a concierge service where now, in order to keep getting that same provider to help you and to buy your meds and for them to actually be your doctor, you have to pay what they call a membership fee. A membership fee. So I had a doctor, which I love, Dr. Olson, saved my life, great guy, and he got bought out by new management, and so they instated this fee. So I have to get these very specific meds that they sell at their holistic store there that actually helps me with my thyroid issue, as I was just mentioning. So I go there to buy my meds, and she goes, hey, we got bought out by new management. We're a concierge service now. So starting next time, I'll sell you your meds today, but the next time you have to sign up for our membership plan in order for us to sell you your meds. I told her to go fuck herself, not in so many words, but I basically said, I'm not going to be doing that. That's rude, right? So I left the paper. I bought the meds that I needed. My prescription wasn't done until the end of February. They canceled my currently active prescription on my thyroid meds and said they won't sell me my thyroid pills unless I pay them that membership fee. They're literally strong-arming and racketeering me using my health as leverage unless I pay them an arbitrary fee. And my argument was, I'm not a fucking member because this isn't a country club or a gym. Yeah. I'm a patient.
What service?
I'm not a member. Yeah. So I just need
what services they provide?
So what you're doing is you have a whole client, you have a whole patient base, right, of whatever, we'll say, even if say you have 5,000 people, whatever the fuck it is, that rely on you for their health and their wellness and their meds. And you're basically saying, unless you give us an arbitrary random $35 every year, well, I'm sure there's like biannual fees and all this shit attached to it, to all this nonsense, whatever, we're not going to give you your medicine anymore. You're literally holding above people's heads their health just to give you an extra $35 that you've done nothing to earn. You haven't provided more value. I'm not more well than I was.
And by the way, the medicine that is getting bought is still going through insurance, out of pocket, or over the counter. And it's just, you're still paying for it, but now they want a membership just to stand in there and get it.
And doctors are doing this like across the board. They're switching to a concierge service to charge you an arbitrary $35 fee that doesn't add any value into the experience of actually having that doctor. If you're going to charge me extra money, I want extra shit.
Yeah. Well, I always said doctors don't make enough. It's fucking insane.
All right, I'm gonna get off the anger train.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Today we got a pissed off show. There's a lot of dumb shit going on.
Pissed off show.
I could tell you what. I gotta get going.
How much time you got?
4 minutes.
All right, you want to end on Floyd?
Let's end on Floyd!
All right, we're going to bring it up on a note of
favorite video.
A little happiness.
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
So
okay.
Billy has this great thing where he loves random people that talk shit like high-level celebrities that have no right.
Yes.
Set it up.
I like couch dwellers that talk shit to athletes. So, all right, the first one I talked about in the LeBron James movie when he was taking boosters and taking fucking Hummers and whatever else he was getting, I think you're the world's greatest basketball player. I don't care. You're gonna take shit, whatever. Cool. But anyways, somebody bought him a Hummer. Some school or some team bought him a Hummer, and he was driving around and he got in a little bit of trouble. And they were talking about taking, everything away from scholarship or team, whatever, blah blah blah. So LeBron goes in this Cleveland bar to do an appearance, and everybody's happy and stuff like that. You see some short little fat white guy standing there with some nasty ass beer, and he's leaning on the bar, and he goes, "Hey LeBron, can I go for a ride in your Hummer?" You jackass. And you're looking at LeBron, this 7-foot monster that can just beat the...
He can throw him into the sun.
Just murder this guy. And LeBron has to sit there, and he has to be, the bigger person, which he fucking naturally is. He has to be the bigger person and walk by not doing anything. Well, we see this a lot. Well, anyways, Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather standing at the races or something like that. And he's standing...
Completely minding his own business.
Minding his own business. Being a good guy, and some random dude walked by, totally under the guise of a fan, like he goes, "Hey Floyd," you could tell, people do this to Floyd all the time, so he's completely caught off guard. Floyd looks at him with the biggest smile, like, "How are you, man? You're a fan, I'm happy to see you," and listen to what this guy says, dude. Listen to what this guy
Floyd's
says!
attitude changes. It's completely for no reason.
It's so good.
This is great. We're gonna end on this. This is fucking great.
This This is my favorite video on the internet right now, dude.
Dude, I've watched this like 900 times, and I've literally laughed out loud each and every time. Whoa! Every time. Hey! Alright, ready? We're gonna watch it a few times too. It gets better and better.
Oh, it's a clip. It's wonderful.
Floyd! Floyd! I'll knock you out, nigga!
Look at, watch for his face.
Floyd! Floyd! I'll knock you out, nigga!
Look, he goes, look at him. He's sick.
Floyd! Floyd!
Look at that
I'll knock
face.
you out, nigga!
Ah!
He's sick, look at him.
He's sick. Look at him.
Dude, and you just gotta ask yourself, what would Floyd
face.
do to this guy? It's insane, dude. It's
God.
so silly. But I love that. That's my favorite thing, when athletes have to take shit from just random people for no reason.
Dude, that guy's a complete asshole and a clown, but it's
hilarious. Dude, and you know what? There's only
50-0.
There's only 50
He's the best.
There's only
He's the
one
best
better
fighter on earth.
There's only one better outcome that can happen than these guys talking shit, is when something like Mike Tyson gets sick of it, turns around and beats the shit out of some guy on an airplane. Every now and again, they finally snap. They finally have
As
enough.
they should, though, man.
Yes,
They have every
they're
right.
humans. There's a threshold. There's a natural built-in threshold that every human has. And sometimes I see what these guys have to go through, and you're just like, holy shit, they're a Buddhist monk. How are you taking this, you know?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Could you imagine you walk down the street every day, there's some random guy going, I'm gonna knock you out. Are you shitting me? Dude, you lose your mind. You lose your mind.
Yes.
Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta take off. This episode might end a little sharp because of me, but we gotta go.
What's wrong with you, by the way? You going to the doctor, you said?
I have to.
What's
Well,
up?
it's a virtual doctor, whatever that is.
Is that like a self-checkout? Like you your own fucking doctor too now?
They have a self-checkout for
By
being
the
a
way-
doctor. You have to. They show you how to diagnose yourself.
By the way, he doesn't even take insurance. I gotta pay him $100 right out of
Is he
pocket.
Skyping you?
Yeah. But don't worry, I'm a member. I'm a member. So
Nice.
don't worry, I got
Nice.
this. Dude, be real. That's the first time you said that. That made me sick when you said that.
I was so angry.
That's insane.
And then the last thing.
It's
though,
extortion.
the worst part is. So
What are you
then,
gonna do? Not get you? And what happens? Just out of curiosity, what happens if you don't take your thyroid medicine?
Oh, I get all kinds of fucked up, man. I can die from that shit all the time.
That's fucking sick, dude. That is so crazy.
All right, I'll let that last comment go. I forgot what I was even going to say. It doesn't matter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 6 of the Irish Spaghetti Podcast. We will be back with more content for you. You want to shoot tomorrow?
Yeah.
Can you?
I'll
What's
get
tomorrow,
back to you on
Friday?
that. Yeah.
If not tomorrow, then Saturday.
Okay. There's one thing. Let me see
They don't
what
need
time
to see
it
us
is.
work this shit out.
Okay.
Anyway, so this episode will probably drop
Well, we
tomorrow or the
better.
next day. Yeah.
We better.
We're just gonna,
No, like no matter. This is what I can tell you. No matter what, this is we want to do a minimum of 3 shows a week to bring as much content to you guys as possible. It is not easy. This guy, what he does behind the scenes is insane. I'm telling you right now, you got to give an extra applaud to him. I couldn't do
buddy.
No, man. Dude, I tell you all the time, I could not do this. What he does behind the scenes, you know, all the fun thumbnails that you see, all the editing, all that. This is this dude right here, and it's
a lot of work.
absolutely.
It's a lot of
Chef's
fun.
kiss.
Mwah.
It's unreal.
Wow.
Hey, I'm from New York, huh?
Gabagool.
Gabagool, huh? Ladies and
Out.
gentlemen.